Hello, my name is Bobby Griffin. I'm an American and I've been living in Japan for about 8 years now. In the United States, I worked as a professional musician and music teacher. So when I came to Japan, I thought it would be interesting to learn a little bit about Japanese music and musical instruments. It started out as a fun hobby, but it was so interesting to learn about all of the traditions and theory and history that I soon became certified as an associate master of Koto, which is the Japanese traditional harp. Studying for the exam was kind of difficult, but it was very interesting to learn about all the different aspects of how music has traveled throughout Japan and throughout the rest of Asia. In this series, under the theme of fascinating Japanese music in Asia, we would like to introduce you to various Japanese musical instruments, their history, and discuss their journey throughout Asia. Please let me introduce you to Mayumi Tsuriya sensei. She is a researcher and expert of Japanese traditional music and Asian folk music, and also a Grand Koto master.
皆さんこんにちは、鶴谷真由美です。日本には日本だけの素晴らしい音楽楽器たくさんあります。それらはアジアから伝わってきたり、またはそれに影響されてできたもの、そういうものがたくさんあるんですね。そして日本人はそれらを古くから長い間本当に愛して大切にして伝えてきました。ぜひこれから皆様に、日本の音楽、聴いて知っていただきたいと思ってご紹介したいと思います。
Our first topic is music and the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a trading route established in the Han Dynasty and used prominently until around the 15th century. The Silk Road connected the entirety of Asia and established trade between the East and the West. In addition to silk, spices, livestock, and other materials traded along the route, people were also able to exchange cultural ideas and traditions, as well as musical culture and musical instruments.
はい、日本の音楽、それから楽器、もちろん日本で生まれたものもたくさんあるんですけれども、朝鮮半島、それから中国、さらにシルクロードを遡って中央アジア、それから西アジアからもたらされたもの、そこにルーツをたどることができるもの、そういうのがたくさんあります。
How much do you know about the Silk Road? First, let's take a look at the Silk Road itself. It was a trade route beginning in the 3rd century BC that crossed the Eurasian continent from Rome all the way to Nara, Japan by the 8th century. It was an important main road connecting the east and the west. There were 3 routes, the north and south routes in the Tenzan Mountains, and another road in the Taklamakan Desert. In the olden days, camel caravans and Buddhist monks used to come and go on the roads, trading various materials as well as cultural ideas and traditions. But the Silk Road derives its name from the particularly lucrative trade in silk from Asia to the West. Among the artifacts that have been excavated along the Silk Road, we find jewelry, rare books and manuscripts, ancient coins, textiles and fine furniture, illustrations, art objects, and ancient musical instruments. Tsuriya sensei, I've heard that you've actually visited the Silk Road. Do you have any videos or anything you can show us?
Of course.
Biz kunganga bana Kim babası yok mu anası
That folk music is so great. I really like how those traditions are passed along throughout the generations, and it inspires everyone to dance and sing along. It's so nice. So, what was your biggest finding along the Silk Road?
はい、ウイグルの人たちは、歌と踊りの民族と言われているくらい、彼らにとって民族楽器というのは常に傍らにあるもの、特別なものではないんです。それですぐに手に取って即興で歌って踊って本当に楽しんでいる、そういう様子がよく伝わってきました。
Dunhuang, a city along the Silk Road, was one of the most important intersections between the East and the West. It was a cultural and religious crossroads and home to the famous Mogao Caves. This is a network of more than 200 caves and 500 temples. The caves contain some of the finest examples of Buddhist artifacts spanning a period of over 1,000 years. Efforts are now being made to continue conservation and research, and the caves are now one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One of the few firmly dated Mogao caves is number 220. The cutting of this cave began in 647 AD, and it's particularly interesting because it depicts a large-scale performance unique to Central Asia during the 17th century. Through this painting, we can learn a lot about the dance, performance, and musical instruments of ancient China.
第220窟という壁画をご紹介したいと思います。これは、唐という王朝がありました。618年から907年の王朝ですが、その初期ですから7世紀に描かれたものです。全体これ素晴らしいですね。阿弥陀浄土図というんですが、中央に、阿弥陀如来という仏教で大変重要な、仏様が描かれていて、周りに宮殿があったり、雲の上からいろんな学人が、この仏様を拝みに、それから踊りや音楽を奉納している、そういう図を表しております。この池がありまして、真ん中に2人のダンサーがいますね。これは小さな丸い絨毯の上でくるくるという旋回する、そういう旋舞といいますね。今も中央アジアに同じ流れの踊りが伝わっております。細い紐をいろいろこうくるくる回しながら踊った人たちですね。その両側にオーケストラボックスがあります。まずこちらから見てみましょう。琵琶がありますね。日本でも中国でも盛んに今弾かれています。それからこちらは七弦琴、7本の糸のあるチター族の琴の仲間です。それからこれが分かりますか？縦型ハープですね。雲と言いまして、古代アッシリアとかペルシャにはたくさんこうレリーフで残っております。日本にも伝わったんですが、残念ながら部分的な残欠しか残っていません。はい、縦笛吹いてますね。はい、こちらを見てみましょうか。はい、こちらはドラムがありますね。こういう、横に置いてこういうバチで打つ、太鼓があります。から横笛、縦笛、ここはパンパイプのようなハイショーという楽器があります。このように1500年前の壁がこのようにきれいに残っているのは素晴らしいことなんです。そして唐の時代、1500年前のこういう楽器とか、 踊りのそういう貴重な資料となっております。現在でも中国とか日本に伝わって盛んに、行われている楽器、それからまたは、幻となって伝わっていない楽器もたくさんございます。
This concludes our introduction of how Asian musical culture began to spread throughout the continent. Now please enjoy this performance of some traditional Japanese musical instruments. In this video you will see the traditional 13-string Japanese koto, the bass 17-string koto, a Japanese traditional guitar-like instrument called the shamisen, and the Japanese bamboo flute called the shakuhachi. This is a contemporary composition by composer Yuize Shinichi called Kinu no Michi, which means Silk Road. These are traditional Japanese musical instruments, but as the title suggests, it paints a beautiful image of the grasslands along the Silk Road. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again.
Goodbye.